I am Joshua. I'm here with Ty and Randy. This is Dynamic Discussions, and we're doing our SummerSlam results show. Guys, let's turn it over to you. What's your general feeling about how the pay-per-view went, Randy?
For the most part, the card going into SummerSlam had me incredibly excited for the event and delivered through most of it until the end. For me, I was interested through almost every match. I really had no interest in the pre-show matches, however, to which I still haven't watched.
Neither have I.
Well, I don't think I really missed out on much.
Well, for me personally, if you look at every match on the card, the match quality was really high all night, but I feel like it really suffered from the card being built the way it was. Cena and Styles should have gone on more towards the end or even at the beginning. That shock finish for Brock and Orton probably would have benefited being at the beginning of the night or the middle of the night, but ending it was an odd decision. I guess that's my biggest takeaway is a lot of good wrestling kind of hampered by poor decision making.
I'll agree with that. You have multiple title matches in the night, one of them being the inaugural WWE Universal title match in which everyone was incredibly excited for, pitting Rollins against Balor, two amazing workers in the ring. With that, the great build-up to it, how could this not be slated as the main event? I mean, this would have been a great ending to the pay-per-view with Balor holding up the Universal title.
For me, that Ambrose match may have been my biggest disappointment just because the build was great and the match yet again was great. It just feels like Ziggler went down too quick. I think he only took one dirty deeds and that was it.
I think he had some counters, but yeah, no kickouts from the dirty deeds.
Another downer for the night for me was the way the club lost against New Day. I would have preferred if it was just Big E coming to reclaim his testicles instead of Jon Stewart just kind of being there with the New Day awkwardly.
I don't know about you, but I'm already kind of tired of the Jon Stewart intervening in back-to-back SummerSlams now. Like, he cost Cena last year, which, I was okay with to prevent him from getting another title reign, but Jon Stewart is kind of growing old on me within the WWE.
Which isn't a good sign considering that he's only showed up twice in the span of 365 days and he's already worn out his welcome.
That's saying a lot.
So, Ty, I guess you would say that was probably your biggest disappointment of the night, huh?
I would say so.
All right. Randy, what do you think? What's your feelings on that?
I have basically two letdowns of the night, and it doesn't even have to do with the New Day. For me, it's the outcomes of the last two matches of the night. The Rusev-Reigns match didn't even happen. All it was just fighting before the bell could even sound. Why this match was set after the championship matches is just mind-boggling. This didn't really do much for the feud as it could have done with various outcomes that they could have chosen from. Such a weekly booked part of SummerSlam that really left fans empty-handed. If they did this on the previous Raw instead of actually having the match between these two, that would have made infinitely more sense. My second letdown of the night was actually the main event. The main event should have been the best match of the night, and they had that potential with two huge names with Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton, but what we got from this match was just yet another cookie-cutter type of Brock Lesnar match with 68 German suplexes and limited Orton offenses. The ending of this match was incredibly lame as well, with Lesnar legitimately landing an elbow to Randy Orton's head, opening up a huge gash that required 10 staples to close. It was a second consecutive match that left the WWE Universe empty-handed and disappointed. It really killed the opinions of the entire pay-per-view. I really have a hard time believing that this was a work and more of a shoot moment on the part of Lesnar, no matter what anyone says.
Yeah, I was really disappointed about that too. My favorite wrestler being Randy Orton. I was looking for something completely different, especially with what we all agreed on the show where we were picking the winners last week. Overall, with the Roman Reigns situation, I don't really care for him or Rusev, so I didn't feel like that was all that bad. Ty, what would you say your best or favorite match of the night was?
I know which match Randy's going to go with, so I'm going to stay hands off on it and give a little bit of attention to what's either a close second or a 1B to the match Randy's going to talk about. I'm going to talk about the Women's Championship match between Banks and Charlotte. It was just so well built overall. And I don't know about you guys, but it was really hard to watch, especially after Banks got inadvertently dropped on her head by Charlotte. from that point on, anytime they were going for a high risk move, I would kind of wince a little bit in fear of something really cataclysmic happening. So it ended up just adding a whole layer of excitement to the entire match just because of the potential dread that could happen at any given time. Me personally, I wish Banks would have held on to the title, but Charlotte is a top tier heel, and why not keep running with that for a little bit?
Yeah, she definitely is good at what she's out there to do for sure. It's unfortunate too that after the match now Sasha Banks is going to be out for a while too, nursing some old injuries, and I'm sure that night didn't help either. Randy, what was your favorite match of the night?
For me, I'm definitely going with the Cena Styles match. It was really no surprise to me at all how good this match is, except for the outcome, which I was very happy with. It's signaled the end of the rivalry just after 2 matches with 2 Styles wins, and it's ultimately going to push Styles into world title contention as of the following SmackDown. These 2 guys always seem to come through on the biggest stages, no matter where they are in the world. There's an exciting match back and forth, lots of great counters and kickouts. It's one of the matches of the year, in my opinion. They just left it all out on the mat.
Yeah. Also, with selections from SummerSlam, I'd like to point out that Randy went 5-4. Ty, you went 6-3. Impressive overall for sure. All right, everyone. Thank you for listening. Once again, this was our SummerSlam results show.